When Hyundai first came to Australia via WA's own Bond Corporation, it brought a cheap and very basic small car called the Excel. But as a car, the Excel most certainly didn't. But it did prove that lots of people were willing to purchase new but very ordinary cars, provided the pricing matched their mediocrity. June 1998 was a big month for Hyundai because that was when the Excel knocked the Commodore off its perch as Australia's top-selling car. And today, the i30 remains one of Australia's best-selling cars. In May 2017, the new i30 was launched, and it continues to maintain a slightly closer link to WA than it does the rest of Australia. You see, Hyundai is the only car company with its own metal production facilities, and up to 80% of the WA iron ore that's sold to Hyundai comes back to WA as new Hyundais. Australia-wide, this is the most important new model Hyundai has launched in recent years, so they had to get it right. The body is 28 kilos lighter and 18% more rigid, and after sorting out those basics, Hyundai's Australia-based suspension tuning mob spent 5 months driving it to and fro across the outback in the middle of summer, all just to make sure that just the right combination of ride comfort, handling, steering feel and durability is achieved specifically for the Australian market. And the local chassis tuning team has done a great job. Even the entry-level active variant isn't the typical unseemly base model experience of doughy suspension and unsuppressed body drumming. The i30 variants are arranged in two model streams, if you will, i30 and Sport. The comfort models comprise the active, elite and premium grades, all of which can be had with either a 2-litre naturally aspirated petrol engine or a 1.6-litre turbo diesel. The sports models are designated SR and get the same 1.6-litre turbo petrol engine that's in the Elantra SR. The i30 SR models comprise the entry-level SR with a manual or 7-speed dual-clutch transmission, or the SR Premium, which only comes with a 7-speed auto. Prices start with the i30 Active manual at $22,990 drive away, but even this model is jam-packed with gear, including an 8-inch touchscreen, sat-nav, alloy wheels and compatibility with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as standard. For the auto version, you'll need $24,990. The mid-spec Elite Diesel Auto starts at $32,200, while the sporty SR models start at $28,990 for the 6-speed manual. What's not standard across the range is autonomous braking, which you only get on the Elite and Premium models. Most importantly, from a driver's point of view, the i30 SR models get a multi-link rear suspension setup, which offers a smaller compromise between good ride quality and handling poise. Lesser i30 variants get a torsion beam rear end. The quality of the i30's interior is surprising. It's been designed to include more horizontal elements, and the execution is right alongside that of the Mazda 3. The soft touch materials and metal finishes are subtle enough not to be too chintzy, and the layout, it's all very logical and it has a very solid feel. There was a distinct intention for the i30 to adopt a more European look, and from the rear it does bear a clear resemblance to the Volkswagen Golf 6. The front end definitely projects a premium look in the higher models, with a trapezoidal grille and suspended metallic droplets. It's blacked out in the entry-level Active model, but still looks far from the poverty specials of the past. An area for improvement is the space-saver tyre in the SR models, which we'd like to see replaced with a full-sized road wheel and tyre, especially given there's room for it. Also, the warranty runs for 5 years, which is better than most, but we don't see why that can't be extended to 7 years, given that's what Hyundai's subsidiary Kia offers. Still, the new i30 is now really well positioned to be one of the front runners in this category. Firstly, the entry-level model now feels far from it, given all those standard extras. And secondly, while the sporty SR models aren't quite a Golf GTI, they're certainly a lot closer than the $15,000 price difference would suggest. In terms of safety, quality and value, the new i30 is as far as you can possibly imagine from the basic little Bond Corp special of all those years ago. The entry-level i30 Active is the best equipped base model small car we've seen, with the only notable omission being autonomous braking. But given Hyundai's track record, we wouldn't be surprised if that's just around the corner. RAC, for the better.